2021 matric exams are just around the corner, and KwaZulu-Natal will be holding a prayer for its matriculants. The class of 2021 is gearing up for their final exams this week. On Wednesday, grade 12 pupils will be writing English paper 1 as exams kick off. eNCA reporter Lethiwe Mdluli is following that story, and she joins us now live. Lethiwe, has the prayer already happened? And if yes, how are matriculants feeling after that?
Well, Masejo, the prayer has just concluded here at the KwaMashu Christian Center. Various schools actually joined in, where we saw the provincial government here in the province basically holding this prayer to just say we are ready and we wish you all the best. I spoke to a few matriculants before the prayer started, and they were sharing some of their feelings as they will be sitting down for their first paper on Wednesday. It's just 2 days until they do so, and they were saying that they're very anxious. Of course, there's a lot of anxiety and also stressed because they're saying that they did not have enough time to actually prepare for these exams. You'd remember that we're still under COVID-19, we're still under the pandemic, and a lot of learners were disrupted. And here in KZN as well, we had the looting that took place in July, which resulted in a lot of schools having to close down because they were also affected by the looting. So a lot of matriculants saying that they're very stressed, and obviously they cannot wait to write their exams, but the stress is also overwhelming. But at the moment, I'm joined by a principal from one of the schools here in KwaMashu, Zef High School, Principal Tulani Phakathi. Mr. Phakathi, a lot of learners that I've spoken to are saying that they're stressed and they have anxiety because they did not have enough time to prepare for these exams. Some of your thoughts, how did you work around actually ensuring that all the learners receive quality education and, for their exams?
Well, look, those things are things that were out of control. There is nothing that you could have done around those matters. But of course, our responsibility as educators was to make sure that we prepare learners, even if there were such kinds of challenges. We think that learners are well prepared for the exams now because teachers did their best. As much as there were disturbances that occurred with regard to looting, with regard to COVID-19 challenges, but teachers, after the learners came back to school, had to do more. There were no holidays, there were no Saturdays in terms of them being prepared for the exams. And I am hopeful that with the kind of an effort that was put by teachers, our learners are prepared. And of course, we know for a fact that these learners were half-cooked if we refer to what happened last year in terms of COVID-19 and the amount of time spent at home. And we are only hopeful that the anxiety that they have is not the anxiety that is going to disturb them in terms of writing.
I spoke to unions a few months ago who shared that teachers had problems in the province, especially because they were overworked because of the number or the shortage of teachers in schools. Principals have been going to the Department of Education raising these issues. You are a principal. Has your school been affected as well?
Yes, you would know that the MEC said something around those matters because it's an issue that is not in the hands of principals. Well, my school was a little bit affected in the sense that I do have a post that has not been filled as a result of the challenges that we have. But we are hopeful that those who are representing us and the department are going to make sure that at least we do get teachers, because the most important resource for the learner is the teacher. Even if you may not have all other resources, material resources, but the one which is most important is the teacher. If there is a teacher, then learners can be prepared as a whole.
Now, this prayer was a way to basically encourage and boost the morale for the matriculants this year. They have shared some of their stresses and anxiety. As teachers, how have you prepared for that to just basically say you are ready?
When you are taught as a teacher, you are taught that you should develop a child as a whole. During the year, we were dealing with the academic and the psychological part of the child. Today, we were specifically dealing with the emotional and spiritual aspect of the child. So teachers have done a lot of things. For example, in my school, we had a prayer even on Friday, just to ask for divine intervention, but also at the same time to motivate and inspire learners and to show them that as much as there were difficulties, but there's still a way. You know, there are only 2 days left. 2 days left, maybe too much or maybe far less. It depends on the attitude and how you use the 2 days. But if you take these 2 days and make sure that you do the best you can on the 2 days, you can make a difference. So we were quite sure that our learners were prepared emotionally, they are prepared academically, and they will do their best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So, Maseko, that was Principal Thulani Phakathi from Zef Dlomo High School, just basically sharing some of their plans and also what they did to prepare the learners for their final exams this year.